This month, a new #1 game, and Vampire Survivors gets staked. There's never been top 10 turnover like this, folks. We'll cover all the chaos. But first, the Steam Deck is a powerful, portable gaming PC that gives you access to a library of thousands of games. Every month, Valve releases a list of the Steam Deck's most played games in order of hours played. Here now in ascending order are the top 10 Steam Deck games people played in February 2024. Coming in at number 10, we kick it off with a familiar face, Cyberpunk 2077. How comforting. Up next, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, which I am ashamed to say I assumed at first Steam Store glance this was just a Vampire Survivors crossover DLC, not its own whole-ass game. Well, it very much is, and an excellent one at that. Kotaku's Zach Sweeson named it as one of his favorite games of 2024 so far. And it's easy to see why. Take the winning formula of a roguelike auto shooter, then add dwarves, plus mining. That equals out to fun, by my math. Let's also take a moment to pour one out for a game that's not on this list, the aforementioned Vampire Survivors, which has been a top 10 Steam Deck stalwart since Valve first began tracking hours in October 2022. Goodbye for now, old friend. Holding the number 8 spot, it's Stardew Valley. Rejoice, farmers! We have a release date for patch 1.6. Developer Concerned Ape, while celebrating the game's 8th anniversary, shared that the new content drop will arrive March 19th for PC, with console and mobile soon to follow. Exciting times in the Valley are just around the corner. Moving along, calling all crawfish lovers. At number 7, it's Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, making its Steam Deck most played debut. Yakuza is a series I've always been curious about from afar, but felt intimidated by its huge cast of characters and narrative history that the franchise has built up since 2005. But from what I've heard, Infinite Wealth is one of the series' more accessible entries, and for it to make number 7 here, it must be doing a lot right. Number 6 on the most played list is another top 10 newcomer, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, an action RPG featuring real-time combat and up to 4-player co-op. Relink has come hot out of the gate, selling over 1 million copies in only its first 11 days. Certainly an impressive achievement for the Cygames team. Coming in at the number 5 spot, oh sweet liberty, it's Helldivers 2! I feel so privileged to serve as the commander of the SES Comptroller of War, fighting alongside my fellow soldiers in Super Earth's war with the detestable Terminids and relentless Automaton legions, all while serving up countless hot cups of liberty across the galaxy. Currently sitting at playable status, our own Claire Jackson broke down the ideal settings for playing Helldivers 2 on deck, and you should absolutely read her article for the full breakdown. But basically, you'll want to toggle your render scale to ultra high for spotting any bots and bugs in the distance, and low settings for everything else to keep that frame rate from chugging at mission critical moments. Divers will soon be getting even more methods of spreading managed democracy when the new cutting-edge premium warbond drops March 14th, featuring electric and laser-based weapons. I leave you all with this. Remember that sympathizing with enemies of freedom is a thought crime. Friendly fire isn't. And should you fail once, simply dive again. And again. And again. See you on the front lines. At number 4, Rise Tarnished. It's Elden Ring, for which we learned that June 21st is the date we'll be blessed with the much anticipated Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC. Players will get to travel to the Land of Shadow and square off with Nicola, now finally out of his egg, and ready to make omelets out of us. Besides being objectively hype as hell, there's a ton to dissect from the trailer, like the identity of new characters, fresh worst enemies for us to hate, and whether an unarmed build is actually going to be a thing? Probably not. But I can't wait until June rolls around to find out. Next up, number 3 on the most played list is Persona 3 Reload, a remake of the classic 2006 RPG, touting spruced up graphics and improved quality of life features. Fans can look forward to September, when as part of the recently announced Persona 3 Reload expansion pack, players will get access to story DLC episode Aegis, The Answer, where our characters find themselves temporarily trapped in a never-ending March 31st. I know the feeling. At our number 2 spot, Baldurs Gate 3. After an incredible 6-month run as the number 1 most played game on Steam Deck, our champ's been dethroned. For all the BG3 boosters out there, I'd say, fret not. There's always next month. And a game like Larian Studios' role-playing masterpiece with seemingly endlessly different permutations between playthroughs is truly meant to be savored like a fine lower city wine. We haven't talked patches in a bit, and there was a fairly chunky one, patch number 6, that rolled out shortly after Valentine's Day. Keeping in that theme, a major highlight was an expansion of kiss animations, with characters now having unique lip locks that better reflect their personality. Souped up smooching is always a welcome development in Faerun. What do we think patch 7 will add? Enhanced hugging? Wait, I got it. What about literally bear hugs? Why can't Halcyon do this already? Sound off in the comments below. Coming in at number 1, Powerworld? Oh my, what a meteoric rise for this open world crafting and survival sensation. Seeing developer Pocket Pair explode into the mainstream with Powerworld's runaway success has done wonders for my depression, my depresso. Right, yeah, depresso. Just look at this little guy, huh? And how about evil My Neighbor Totoro here? They seem like a good hang. But what Pocket Pair has to be feeling really great about is that they won't have much competition for the rest of 2024. What with the Pokemon Company's recent announcement that the next mainline series entry, Pokemon Legend Z-A, won't be hitting consoles until 2025. Powerworld may very well be owning our big budget Pocket Monster gaming perch for the foreseeable future. There you have it, the top 10 games on Steam Deck from February 2024. Which games have you been binging on deck? Let us know in the comments below, and for more gaming coverage, be sure to check out Kotaku.com.